Welcome back to the Zen State, a division of the Kolat Information Network. Uh, Starting last night, we had a plethora of Rosetta spoilers that I want to get to this today. Try to go over what I can. Um, and these are not in any particular order, but this was from Unbox Fab. This is a majestic split card, Regrowth and Shock. It has the meld keyword. The regrowth section is an Earth Runeblade action. Before an attack action card, or return an attack action card with cost X less than X from your graveyard to your hand, where X is the total arcane damage you've dealt to an opposing hero this turn. Go again. And then the other side is lightning instant, deal 1 arcane damage to any target. Blocks for 3, costs 1, so it melds for 1. There is not a hero in this set that can play this, because you have to have both sides. You have to be able to play both sides. This is a Briar card, which is very interesting. It is at a majestic level, so but it's very interesting. Are they printing stuff for Living Legend now? If they are, it's beautiful. Next up, we have Second Strike. This is from Dice Commandos. Go see Andrew at Dice Commandos. Second Strike, 0 cost, 3 attack, 2 defense, and it is a common, so it's going to come in all three colors. When this attacks, if you've dealt damage this turn, this gets +1 attack and go again. So it doesn't matter what kind of damage. Could be arcane damage, could be physical damage. But if you've hit with something this turn, this automatically hits a break point and it gets go again. Pretty good, even with the caveat. It will definitely make your opponent think, how are they going to take damage? Are they not going to take damage? And then you sneak that out. Fab unofficial. This is just a piece of equipment for limited. Potentially you could see this for commoner, but I don't know. Blood Torn Bodice. Destroy this and an aura you control, gain a resource, go again. No defense, which kind of rough. But you'll see that the destroy this and an aura you control is actually relevant. So this is the February spoiler. I was trying to guess this earlier. I was very close. I had the Rootbound and Carapace and the Decompose. I was almost there, and I had defense reaction, but the red one is 0 for 3 defense, or if you decompose, you may banish 2 earth cards and an action card from your graveyard. If you do, this gets +1 defense. So, decompose is what allows you to power up Verdant's and Florian's abilities. And so, very similar to Levia, you're going to have to find ways to get cards into your graveyard so you can banish them. So, I think it's going to be a tricky balance, but it's going to be a lot of fun trying to figure out that puzzle. At least you don't have as many negative connotations to this as you do with Levia. I think it's a very good card. Okay, Arcane Cussing. This was spoiled by Sloop Dog. It's a 1 cost common in all 3 pitch colors. Go again. When you deal or are dealt damage, destroy this. When this leaves the arena during your turn, create 3 Rune Chant tokens. Blocks for 2. So, you get to play this out, then you get to attack your opponent. So if your opponent blocks it out or prevents it, it doesn't leave. But you're trying to get it to pop so that on your turn, so you get the Rune Chants. Now, we just talked about Bloodtorn Bodice and what it does. Well, you can blow up your own aura after playing this and getting 3 Rune Chants. But don't worry, there's more of this. Hit the high notes. This was spoiled by the card guys. 1 cost for the red, 4 attack, 3 defense, common for all 3 pitch colors. If you've played or created an aura this turn, this gets +2. So, hold on a minute. Let me open another window because that's kind of important. So you're telling me that for 1 less cost, this gets 1 less attack for all 3 colors? Now, might want to be running both of these in chain. We'll see how they work in the other heroes, but my goodness, a 1 for 6? Oh, sign me up. Deadwood Dirge. Well, this one was spoiled by 1-2 Juice on their YouTube channel. So this is a 0 cost Runeblade action that blocks for 2. Destroy an aura you control. If you do, create 3 Rune Chant tokens. And it has 1 for each pitch value, so it's create 3, 2, and 1 at common. Now we see where all the pieces are coming to. I can blow up my own auras to create Rune Chant tokens. All these have been commons, folks. This is going to see direct play into commoner. This is going to be... I already see Viserai and Vincent foaming at the mouth right now. I've got 2 players in my local group. One is a Viserai player, has been since he joined the game, and I have one that's been playing Vincent, and they are literally foaming at the mouth. This set is ridiculous for them. Oh, and if that wasn't enough, we have Rune Rager Swarm. This one was spoiled by Breezy on his YouTube channel. A 0 for 3 with 3 defense. If you played or created an aura this turn, this gets go again. And so 3, 2, 1. It is also a common. All of these Runeblade actions, they fit extremely well into Viserai. Some of them fit well into Briar. Some of them fit very well. Of course, Vincent, you're having to banish a card from your hand every turn. You make a Rune Chant, so you're almost always getting that trigger. But then you also have Chain, so almost all of these are very easy to trigger and fantastic. So we go up a little more in the chain. This one was spoiled by Push the Point on his YouTube channel. This is a 3 cost, 5 attack, rare attack action with 3 defense. When this attacks or hits, you may destroy an aura you control. If you do, create a Rune Chant token. So you get this on 2 different triggers. On the attacks trigger and then on the hits trigger. And this is the blue. So the yellow is a 6 and the would be my guess. We haven't seen exactly. More than likely, the red is a 7, the yellow is a 6, and the blue is a 5. Either that or the cost and attack are the same, and you get more rune chance when it hits. But I doubt it's that one, considering you can get this twice. Um, now, this is also a very spicy one. Condemned to Slaughter. 1 cost, Runeblade action. This is a rare. 3 defense. Your next Runeblade attack this turn gets +1. You may destroy an aura you control. If you do, each opponent destroys an aura permanent they control. So this is another way that rune blades can fight against other rune blades. But it's also very helpful in fighting against things like illusionists. So it's nice to see that rune blades have come prepared for multiple opponents. I'm assuming this also gets the same pitch values. So my guess is this would be a +2 and a +3 for the other colors. That one was by the Spike Feeders. 3 floating had 2 spoilers. The first is Rockwood Reaper. This is an Earth Runeblade weapon, 2-handed sword, at 2 base attack. Once per turn, pay 2, attack. If you've played or created an aura this turn, this gets +2 attack. So, a potential 2 for 4. Not great, not busted. They have learned, it seems, from Rosetta Thorn, because this one seems to be properly costed. Oh, excuse me. Now this is the token weapon for Florian. So maybe he gets a better weapon at another rarity. But it is very easy, simple to understand. But if you want me to be honest, I think players are going to play Nebula Blade for the same cost. But instead of it being based on an aura being created or played, it's looking for non-attack action. It's the same cost of damage with the additional it could create you a rune chant. So my guess is you're probably going to see this played over that for the time being until Viserai LLs. And then the other one from 3 floating is Seeds of Tomorrow. So this is a 0 cost Earth Instant and Majestic. As an additional cost to play this, put a card from your arsenal on the bottom of your deck. Prevent the next 5 damage that would be dealt to you this turn. With this being a Majestic, the blue pitch is the only one you're getting. So this is basically, so you can't hide this in your arsenal. And be able to play it out when you need it. You actually have to have another card in your arsenal. So it's going to take a little work, similar to the old Earth Tome in my Tome of Harvests. It's going to take some work to get it to work, but 5 damage for 0 is really good prevention. Let's see, that's the one. It's the one I started with. Let's see if there's any more before I. Come on. Yeah, there was a few more this morning that I'm going to go over. So there was a couple that happened over the weekend. Fruits of the Forest. So this is a common earth attack action. 3 cost, 5 attack, 2 defense for the blue. Has the ability instant. Discard this, gain 2 life. And there are 2 other. You get it in the full rainbow for a 6 and a 7 attack for the same cost. And then that was spoiled by at the Battle Hardened San Diego, and then at the AGE Open this on Sunday, they spoiled Trip the Light Fantastic. The red is a 1 for 5 with 2 defense, attack action, and discard this, prevent the next 2 damage that would be dealt to you this turn. With the yellow and the blue being 4 and 3 attacks, all of which were common. So both of these kind of give you an insight into how LSS has made it where there's not any more Arcane Barrier equipment in this set. They didn't reprint it in this set, but gave you tools to fight arcane damage. Also, some of these cards may be better for an older hero in Living Legend like Starvo than some of the cards he's currently using. Blue Pitch spoiled a card overnight called Sigil of Lightning. 0 cost, Blue Pitch, common. At the beginning of your action phase, destroy this. When this leaves the arena, create an embodiment of lightning token. No attack, no defense. It is a lightning instant and an aura. So, you have ways of blowing up these auras outside of waiting for it to trip on your turn with the Runeblade cards that we've seen. So that actually brings a whole new dynamic to what these sigils can do. Alright, Mansant spoiled on his YouTube channel Malefic Incantation. This is a rare Runeblade action aura. 0 cost, go again. This enters the arena with 3 verse counters. When it has none, destroy it. Once per turn, when you play an attack action card, remove a verse counter from this. If you do, create a rune chant token. Defends for 2. I'm going to assume that it's also a rainbow pitch, so the other versions will produce 2 and 1. I don't know. This kind of looks like the Thriller video from Michael Jackson, which is pretty cool, from the 80s. But anyway, So when you play an attack action, it will create a rune chant. The rune chant will not fire on the attack action, so it'll fire on the next one, which I think is kind of neat. But it lets you string across physical attack arcane or physical attack arcane, and really split what your opponent has to deal with. Last couple of ones. This is from Yuki Lee Bender. Blast to Oblivion. It's a 0 cost lightning attack action, 4 attack, 2 defense for the red pitch. When this attacks, the next time you play an instant card, this chain link, you may return target aura permanent with cost 1 or less, or target aura token to its owner's hand. So I can bounce my own auras if I want to, or I can mess with my opponents. Again, bouncing your opponent's token ones, getting them off the board, it can be very interesting in a spectral shields, particularly, but also some of the other illusionist auras are a pain in the neck to deal with. Maybe you don't want to attack them. Well, that's fine. I'll just return them to your hand. Sometimes that's all it takes. Again, this is a rare, so I'm expecting a full suite of pitch values. I assume that the only thing that changes is the attack value, and everything else is the same. This is the last one that has been spoiled. So far, we have Hocus Pocus by Super Duper Fab. This common is a 0 cost. The blue pitch is 1 attack value and 3 defense. When this attacks, create a rune chant token. It comes in a full pitch suite. So you'll get a 0 for 3 when this attacks, create a rune chant for the red. Now, just with what they have dropped today, and there are several more that are scheduled to drop shortly. I mean, they're just the generic Runeblade commons are absolutely going to make Viserai and Vincent very happy. We knew that there was going to be enough generics, or class only, or class instead of talent only, or instead of class and talent, that it was going to pump both of those older heroes up. And yeah, you can see that they're going to be very, very, very happy. So happy brewing with all of those cards. We will see you tomorrow when we go over the next batch of spoilers from Rosetta. Until next time, no matter the game, there is no escape from the Tigers.